recording now.
Hello, Professor Ramirez. This is DeAndre Crosby, and I would like to thank Dr. Rod Parsley for this opportunity and privilege to be on this sacred desk today. And I would also like to thank you, Professor Ramirez, for this opportunity and privilege to be on this sacred desk, to stand on this sacred desk to preach the word to you and all the congregation today. Today I will be presenting my illustrative sermon, The Tears of Joy, and the title of this message, God Promises to Wipe Our Tears Away. This illustrative sermon that I will present is the tissue. The tissue that is used for wiping and to use the bathroom with. You can also use the tissue to wipe your tears when you're crying. We will know that when we are sad or grieved about our lost loved ones or friends who died. We use the tissue to wipe our tears and knowing that everything will be okay. When we are feeling like losing hope, losing our loved ones, friends, or even our faith in God, losing our faith in God, we cry ourselves to the core. No more tears until no more tears left. But God will wipe our tears away. The text that I will be coming from is Revelation 21, verse 4. Revelation 21, verse 4 says, "And God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There shall be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying. There shall be no more pain, for the former things have passed away." The first point that I would like to, that God promises to wipe our tears away, is that God promises to wipe our grief and sorrows from our faces. Coming from Revelation 7, verse 17. And will you please turn with me? Revelation 7, verse 17 says, "For the Lamb who is in the midst of the throne will shepherd them and lead them to living fountains of waters, and God will wipe away every tears from their eyes." The second point of why God promises to wipe away our tears is that God promises to hear our cry and He will answer our prayer. Coming from Isaiah 30, verse 19. Isaiah 30, verse 19 says, "For the people shall dwell in Zion at Jerusalem. You shall weep no more. He will be very gracious to you at the sound of your cry. When He hears it, He will answer you." God will wipe our tears away when we cry and we listen to His voice, and He's answered our prayer when we cry. The third point of why God promises to wipe our tears away is that God promises to give us joy and gladness, coming from Isaiah 51, verse 11. Isaiah 51, verse 11 says, "So the ransomed of the Lord shall return and come to Zion with singing, with everlasting joy on their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness. Sorrow and sighing shall flee away. And the last point of why God promises to wipe our tears away is that God promises that when we are in tears and sorrow, we shall also have joy. Coming from Psalms 126, verse 5. Psalms 126, verse 5 says, "Those who sow in tears shall reap in joy." The conclusion for my illustrated sermon is that whenever you are going through in life, don't give up. The joy of the Lord is your strength. When you are in tears and sorrows, griefs and sadness, just remember that God will wipe away every tears you shed from your eyes, and rejoice and be glad. Thank you, and God bless.